morning, everyone. I'm Reverend Kim Taylor from St. Bridget's Spiritualist Church, and this is Sunday, February 7th, 2021. Welcome. I'm happy that you could join me today. It looks like the weather is really cold, so I hope that you're all home and staying warm and looking after yourself that way, cuddled up with your blankets and your loved ones. Right. So to begin, I will start with our opening prayer. I call upon the light of the source to stream into the world of man, to open the minds and hearts of men. Let the light descend. Allow the plan of light and love to unfold. I will do thy will for the highest good of all men, from spirit through spirit to spirit. I call upon my guides, guardians, and loved ones from the highest realms to support me in this time of learning and growth. Amen. And as spiritualists, we have adopted the following 7 principles. A divine source recognized as God, the unity of all life, communication, guidance, and healing from the spirit world, the continuous existence of the spirit, personal responsibility for every thought, word, and action, reward and consequence for all deeds according to God's natural laws, eternal progress is open to every spirit, freedom of interpretation of the 7 principles is acknowledged. And as I say, I like to say that that's our get out of jail free card, because as spiritualists, we don't insist that you have the exact same views. It's all open to interpretation and how you feel and what sits right with you and with your God. Right. So we'll start with the healing prayer. We ask the great unseen healing force to remove all obstructions from our mind and body and to restore us to perfect health. We ask this in all sincerity and honesty, and we will do our part. We ask this great unseen healing force to help both present and absent ones who are in need of help, and to restore them to perfect health. We put our trust in the love and the power of God. Amen. All right. So for the healing portion, I just want you to get comfortable in your chair. Make sure that you're somewhere free from distraction. And you start off by taking 3 deep breaths. And when you're taking these deep breaths, you will note that there's a beautiful light above your head. So you breathe in, hold, and breathe out. Now you will see the beautiful light enter the crown of your head, as your crown is opened up as a beautiful flower. This light will go down back behind your eyes, behind your throat, and down into your shoulders. This light will now go down into your arms, into your wrists, and into your fingers. Now, this beautiful light is going to go into your torso, and it's going to wrap itself around your organs and heal and invigorate those organs, and have you feel a beautiful love as you are being filled with spirit. Now, this light is going to go down into your hips, into your thighs, into your shins, and into your feet, and under the tips of your toes. Now, imagine this beautiful light going down through the rocks, the dirt, the tree roots, all the way heading down to the core of the earth. It will stop at a boulder, and you recognize this boulder because this is your boulder. This is your anchor. This beautiful light will braid and wrap itself around your beautiful boulder for a secure anchor. Once it's tight and anchored, this light will come twisting and turning back up through the rocks, the tree roots, and the dirt, up into the bottoms of your feet. And you are now in the light. You're held in the light. You are the light. Now let's take this beautiful healing and ask our healing guides to send healing to our loved ones, out to our neighbors and our friends, now out to our communities, our province, our country, and all over the world to anyone who is in need of a healing at this time. Let's ask for special healing for the people who are ill and for their families who are not knowing or are grieving or are scared. And the healing out to all those people who are not accepting the ways that they've gone, so that they can see their way. And to the abused and the abusers, and make sure that you send healing out to those very special people in your world. In particular, make sure that when we've done this healing that you've asked for the special healing, spiritual healing for yourself. Let's thank Spirit for this healing today, and let's ask that it stays with us for the remainder of the week. Thank you very much. Good morning, everybody. Seeing all these good mornings. So today I wanted to talk about something that I think seems to be lacking a lot lately. And I'm going to start off with a bit of a story, and then I'm going to read a little bit from Silver Birch. So this happened a while ago, and I want to talk about gratitude. I was sitting with a group of friends one beautiful day, and we were talking about our lives. One lady in particular was complaining about how she never ever gets anything she wants, and how life is always wrong. Essentially, she was living her self-fulfilling prophecy. Most of it, in her eyes, was done to her and never her fault. Usually with her conversations, I bit my tongue because nothing ever helped and ended with her just complaining more. Out of nowhere, it came out of my mouth. How can you expect your life to get better if you are not grateful for what you have already? I kept talking, and another lady said, "Wait, what? Can you repeat that?" I had to stop and replay what I had said, because it was not my words, it came from Spirit. After that conversation, I took a long, hard look at what that meant. From that point on, I no longer was passive with my gratitude. I lived it and I let it take over. I acknowledged all of my past lessons I learned through my life and experiences, and I was grateful for them, as awful as some of them were. At times, if they had not taken place, I would not be where I am today. I would not have my 3 beautiful children, our home, and my husband, and my beautiful church. It's not uncommon to pass through life looking at issues and disruptions as someone else's fault and feeling hard done by or done to. Have gratitude for your experiences after you get through them, is one of the greatest gifts to give yourself. Even to be grateful you made it through through now smarter and stronger, that is enough. Be grateful that we live in this beautiful country where we have freedom. Be grateful for those friends that have become our family. Be grateful for those that pass through and leave a lesson, and the lesson is learned. And absolutely 100% be grateful for you. So those words, I'll repeat them again. How can you expect your life to be better if you are not grateful for what you have already? I just want those words to sit with you, because those words did come to me through Spirit, and it's an amazing thing when those words come from Spirit, because it's the purest of lessons. So I'm just going to read a little bit from More Philosophy of Silver Birch. Silver Birch is the guide that is very precious to our church and is extremely important to our founder, Reverend Richard Lanigan. Do not worry about the morrow. Today is all that matters. Discharge to the best of your ability the duties you are called on to perform. Do your best. That is all we ask of you. You are human. If you were not weak, how would you know what is your strength? Truth is simply yet paradoxical. In darkness you find light. In sorrow you find joy. In crisis you learn to find peace. Hold your heads high. There is nothing that can obstruct what it is you have to do unless you choose to turn aside from the path that lies in front of you. The signposts are provided to point the way. When mists obscure them, pause. Because they are mists they will roll away, and destiny will show the path to be followed. The sun shines even when the clouds obscure it. These things I teach because of what I have seen. So I rest my confidence in the Great Spirit and its infinite power. This cannot fail. We, with our defects, weaknesses and blemishes, can fail, but failure is also a means of learning the lesson of how to succeed. Life is not monotone, neither is it inertia. Nature abhors a vacuum. Life is motion, radiation, vibration. There must always be movement, mostly forward, occasionally backward. The worst thing is to stand still. You will have reverses, but they will enable you to appreciate the greater victories as they come. Learn to withdraw from the clangor and the strident noises produced by your world's cacophony. Learn to allow inner peace to flood the whole of your being. The soul is the most active in peace, stillness, quietude, receptivity, and attunement. Often, you achieve far more spiritual activity when asleep than when awake. This is when strength and guidance come to you. Our function is to show the way that leads to spiritual mastery, to the full flowering of the gifts with which you have been divinely endowed, so that those who are brought to you can be helped to find themselves and to know, as you do, the purpose of being and how to order their existence so that they derive from it the beauty and the richness which should be theirs. All is going well. There is no need for depression or despair. We are on the winning, not the losing side. The forces of reaction are in disarray. They cannot outmaneuver infinite wisdom when it seeks to make its mark on receptive souls. The tough jobs are for the tough people. It is no good giving them easy tasks. It is an index of attainment that the harder missions are assigned to those that compete to perform them. The generals in the Great War against ignorance and superstition must have been tried in the battlefield before, otherwise will be incapable of exercising generalship. So paradoxical as it may seem, the tougher the task means, the greater the achievement that has been made possible. You will have problems. That is why you are on earth, to overcome them, and in doing so, find new strength, greater developments. Welcome every problem as a challenge to be met and to be beaten every single time. The Great Spirit is so ordained life in your world, that you will find strength when you think you have reached your limits of weakness. It is when people seem at the end of their tether and that nowhere can they find the material world anything to help them, that they are ready to be illuminated by the truths of Spirit. Do not allow yourselves to be downcast, no matter what the problems that come to you in your daily lives. We cannot promise a bed of roses, an easy path with all the stones removed. What we can promise is that if you fulfill yourself spiritually, you will be better for it. As a result, you will have justified the reason for incarnating into the world of matter. Every problem is a challenge to be met and to be overcome. In the process, your spirit grows, develops, unfolds, and more of a latent divinity rises to the surface. Do not express gratitude when things are easy, but when they are hard. Those are the tests that you must face, and in facing them, you emerge spiritually stronger as a result. You must be sorry for those who surrender. If they have awareness and have seen the light, then it is a greater pity that they have given in. It is for us the saddest spectacle of all when those that have the knowledge behave not in accordance with what they know to be true. So, gratitude. It's the thing that will move us forward. It's what will push us to our limits and find out what exactly it is that we are grateful for. I know life changed a lot once I was less passive in my gratitude. Everybody can say, you know, oh, I'm so grateful for this, I'm so grateful for this. But once you actually have the pure gratitude, where you actually are grateful, and you know that it's a deeper gratitude than something that you would just speak, things change. You see things in a positive light because you know what they were like in the negative light. Many times I've said that I am angry with my spirit self and would like to have a chit chat when I get back, but I do know that these lessons that I have learned and am now grateful for, a lot of them were hard, and everybody has hard lessons, but how lovely of a feeling it is when you can actually be truly grateful for what has happened and taken place in your life, because it would not be where you are today. So I would like to leave that with you. I hope that resonated with some of you, if not all of you. I know I say it a lot, but I am very grateful for the church. I'm grateful for spirituality and spiritualism. Never in a million years would I have found myself where I am today if I had not found spiritualism. I used to be very shy. I wouldn't want to have any attention drawn to me, but even something like this would have been an absolutely no way. I never ever would have gone. I don't do selfies, I don't do any of that stuff, but when spiritualism came in and I started to truly just follow Spirit and trust Spirit, that's when I was able to do things like live online, because I'm bringing the word of Spirit. It's not about me. It's not about what I've accomplished. It's not about people looking at me. It's people looking at God and spiritualism and how their lives can be better for it. So I do appreciate you being here. Announcements. We do have a tea coming up. It was supposed to be this weekend coming up on the 13th. However, it is going to be changed slightly. There were just some logistical things that we needed to deal with. So we're looking at a new date, possibly on March 6th, I believe. If I've given that date, just one moment. I just want to make sure I got that. It'll be a Saturday. Yeah, Saturday, March 6th is the date we're looking for. Um, it is going to be 4 churches in Alberta. The St. Bridget's will be hosting. There'll be several mediums. We'll have tarot cards. We'll have healing. And we will get out the details. What you will be asked to do is to email in what kind of a reading you're looking for, if you're looking for someone in particular, and once you send in your payment, I believe it's going to be $20 or $25 for a 20-minute healing reading tarot card. Sorry, it's what I believe. I don't know. It might be slightly different, but I think that's what it is. Then you will be emailed your Zoom link and your specified time, and then when your time comes on that day, what will happen is you will go into your Zoom link and you will be brought in with the medium or reader of your choice. It sounds like it's going to be really fun. I've heard that it's happened. A few other churches have done it, and we're quite excited to be doing it. We've done this at St. Bridget's previously with quite a bit of success, and we're usually pretty busy all day. So we really hope that you can join us. It is a bit of a way to raise money to pay the rent, even though we're sitting in our own homes doing readings. Services and everything like that, the church is still there. We're still paying rent for it. And so these are the things we need to do to pay for that rent, so we can keep that, so that when we are able to go back safely, that we can all go back to the church. So if you are able to attend and would like to, it's usually quite an exciting day. I've always enjoyed it. I've always enjoyed doing the readings, and I always find that my readings give a bit of a message to me throughout the day. So please join us. I would really appreciate it if you keep your eye out on our website, your email. It'll be on Facebook. We'll post it everywhere we can so that you're able to access us and get the information. I think that's all we have for that right now. St. Bridget's does have a what we call Bridget's Pantry. Now, this is a small pantry that we have with a little bit of food. However, with the pandemic going on, we've been asking if you are wanting to donate to the church, send an e-transfer, and note that it's for the pantry. And what we've been doing is buying grocery gift cards so that people can purchase groceries or whatever they need. That way things aren't going bad, stale, food's not being wasted, and people are getting exactly what they can use and need. Especially these days, there's so many different dietary necessities that if people have the gift cards, then they can go buy what they have, and also give them a little freedom to feel less hard on themselves for being in this position. And we want to lift everybody that we can up. Well, we don't have a lot, but with our wonderful congregation and the people who have donated, we just want to make sure that we're giving back to the community. And please reach out if you require food yourself or anything like that. Please send email to info@stbridgetspiritualistchurch.ca, I believe. It's on our website. If I got the wrong one, I can never remember if it's .ca or .com, but you can send it. Same thing with donations to the church. If you want to donate, that would be absolutely appreciated. It's a free will giving. Every little bit does help. So whatever anybody can do, and again, if you yourself need help, please don't be embarrassed, don't be nervous, don't be shy. We understand that there's so many people in really, really tough situations right now, and we want to help them however we can. All right. Thursday evenings at 7:30, Reverend Richard Lanigan does beautiful healing meditations. So if you can join us here on Facebook Live, we would love to have you join us. Everything that we do here, whether it's Sunday services that we take turns doing, or if it's the Thursday healing, they are all saved on Facebook Live. So if you don't have time to watch something or start to watch something, you can go back anytime and watch them. We leave them on there so you can enjoy them. If you enjoy something a lot, please share. We would love to get St. Bridget's name out. This pandemic, having to go online, has opened many, many doors, and we would really, love to have as many people have the touch of spiritualism and spirituality. Also, in other than what we have for the tea coming up, the minister is St. Bridget's, so that would be Reverend Richard Lanigan, Reverend Jill Washington, Reverend Bobby Pino, and myself, Reverend Kim Taylor. We are doing something to help as well. We do have the posters on our Facebook page, but we are offering readings at a minimal price. It's for 20 minutes for $25 or 45 minutes for $50. And if you would like a reading or a healing, please send an email to info@stbridgetspiritualchurch.ca or send an email. You can go onto our website, and there are our different emails for each of us reverends, and you can email whoever directly if you want to ask them for a reading directly, and then we will set up a time and date to give a reading. So that's it, I believe. Thank you so very much. I do, like I said, I appreciate you all joining me today, and I am personally grateful for everything we have. And I think everybody can say right now that they're grateful for the resources we have. If you're sitting in a warm home right now with the internet or somewhere that you're able to be with, and especially with this weather. So I hope you can please take care, look after yourself, and make sure that you look after each other. All right, so here's the closing prayer. As we depart, we ask for the love and the light to stream forth from our work here tonight. May it heal and support those that are in need. May we return to our earthly journey and always endeavor to strive towards our highest good. We wish to thank our guides, guardians, and loved ones that have supported us in our growth. Till next we meet, may your path always be lit by the light. Amen. Thank you again, everyone. I am so happy to have had you join us today. And I just want to send love and gratitude, and I hope to see you all again soon. And have a great time watching the Super Bowl, if that's your thing. My daughter last night asked my husband when the bowling game was going to start. So it's not a big thing in our house. It usually just means that we're going to watch the game, possibly very passively, but it means good food. So again, everybody have a wonderful Sunday, and I will see you soon. Bye-bye.